What's up, LA Live Gang? This is your boy AC, and I'm back with another video. I'm a little bit late, but hey, it's a Saturday morning. It's going to be about 90 degrees in LA, so I just decided to chill before we head out to the beach or whatever. But I got to drop this video because I'm not liking some of the things that I'm hearing in the media um, regarding the Lakers and LeBron James and Rob Pelinka and this, that, and the other. And before I start, I'm gonna talk about that article that Dave Mcmenamin put out saying that LeBron and AD were not in agreement with Rob not making any moves. Um, but before I talk about that, I'm just gonna give you guys a little bit of background about me, and I might have little bit different viewpoint uh, than some of you other guys. But I want to share this with you, just so you know that I kind of actually have experience in some things, and I kind of do know about how some things work. And I'm just not talking out of my ass, but I do have, on my job, I do have experience in negotiating contracts, work with the union. Um, so I know a little bit about negotiating. You know what I'm saying? And I do understand the importance of developing relationships. So that's that. So this story that Dave McMenamin put out saying that LeBron and AD were not informed before the trade deadline about possible moves was going to make or wasn't going to make, or this story that, or the same is the same story that that they weren't informed, that they didn't agree with it. uh who cares, first of all? And look, the Lakers have been on record, Rob Pelinka, Jeannie Buss, LeBron James, Anthony Davis. We've heard them all say this several times over the last 3 or 4 years since LeBron has been here. We've heard them all say this. We've heard it come directly out of Rob Pelinka's mouth that he does consult LeBron, and then when AD got here, AD about moves, uh, free agency, off-season moves, as well as during the season at the trade line. He does discuss these things. We've heard it come from LeBron's mouth, AD's mouth, Pelinka's mouth, and even Jeannie's mouth directly. We've even heard the stories of Jeannie, and even heard Magic Johnson back this up, how her father, Dr. Buss, used to consult him about moves. So get out of here with this crap about he doesn't consult him. Now, in this situation the other day with the trade deadline, you know, maybe he did speak with them on that day. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he speak with them a week beforehand. Maybe he didn't. But last time I checked, Rob Pelinka works for the Lakers, not LeBron James and Anthony Davis. LeBron James and Anthony Davis are under contract. They work for the Lakers too. So what, Rob Pelinka is not LeBron James' personal yes man. He's just supposed to do whatever LeBron James do. I mean, whatever LeBron James say. How the hell is this supposed to work? Rob Pelinka's on the phone trying to work out a deal with the Orlando Magic, and we're going to discuss this player, that player, and we want the Lakers want Terrence Ross, and Orlando Magic want THT or whatever, and then at the last minute, the Orlando Magic say, "Hey, we want a first round draft pick. We want a first round draft pick." What is Rob supposed to do? Get on the phone and say, "Hey, LeBron, they want to do the deal, but they want a draft pick. Do I have your permission to give the draft pick?" Hell no, that ain't how the shit works. That ain't how the shit works. What is Rob Pelinka supposed to do? LeBron, look, I'm on the phone with the Knicks, and we got this deal, man. We got this great deal, a 3-team trade. And we're gonna get a couple players in here, but the last second, the Knicks say, "Look, we want the draft pick." What is Rob supposed to do? Call LeBron at home, say, "Look, man, this deal is good, it's great, but let me check with you first. to see, uh, are you okay with uh, giving up the draft pick? No, Rob Pelinka is not going to work that way, bro. You have your conversations with your superstars ahead of time. You guys identify what kind of players you want to approach, what kind of players you're in need of, or whatever. And then the general manager, he goes and handles the business. You have plan A, you have plan B, you have plan C, you have plan D. And then you go in and negotiate. Then, if you can get one of those plans, cool. If you can't, you stand pat. Ain't nobody going to be calling LeBron after every deal or doing every deal. Can we do this and do that? Look here, 2027, LeBron James is going to be long gone. He's going to be long gone from the Lakers, and so is Anthony Davis. So what the hell? They don't give a damn about that draft pick, but the Lakers do. So if the Lakers decide they don't want to trade any damn draft picks, they don't trade any damn draft picks. Plain and simple. LeBron James ain't got no say in that. And if he think he does, oh well. You know, the Lakers have to, they have to be cognizant. They have to be aware of their business operations going forward, past LeBron, not just while he's here. I don't have no problem with LeBron personally, but he's operating from a different point of view. Just like Kareem said, he don't care. He's worried about his own personal business. He's worried about his own legacy. He's trying to get as many chips as he can before he hangs it up. You work together. If you're a team, you work together with a player, but you just don't sit down and do every damn thing he requests. Because look, how can you really fault Rob if this story is true, right? If this story is true, and he indeed did not consult LeBron and AD prior to the trade deadline. Um, can you blame him? Can you blame him? Because listening to LeBron over the offseason got us fucked up, right? Nobody wants to admit that. Nobody wants to, nobody wants to hold LeBron accountable for that. But listening to him and AD, you know, they made they had conversations without Laker management and decide they want Russell Westbrook. Look here. Are you guys well, I ain't taking nobody on the panel today, bro. I gotta stay focused right now. I ain't taking nobody unless I change my mind. But look here. The Lakers are gonna be focused on Laker business. LeBron's gonna be focused on LeBron business, especially LeBron gonna be gone after next year. He's only under contract till next year. After next year. So how should he have any voice about what happens on the Lakers way in 2027? Or after this season is over with 2029. We have 2027, 2029 first round picks to trade. I'll be damned if I have LeBron have some say in what happens with the Lakers assets 6, 7 years from now. Okay? So the bottom line is this. LeBron James, Laker fans like myself are grateful for you. You came to the Lakers. You came by yourself. You took a chance. You came by yourself after the team was struggling. Salute to you. You secured you along with the Lakers and Magic Johnson. You secured Anthony Davis. Salute. But we're just not going to sit here and capitulate to all your requests. Just because you're the star player. Because, like I said, listening to LeBron and AD got us in the situation we're in right now. Okay. And let me tell you something about that. LeBron, Russ, and AD, they had conversations outside from the Lakers. Outside from the Lakers. How do you know that? Because on the draft day, the Lakers had two trades. As a matter of fact, they announced the Buddy Hield trade first. So obviously, Dave McMenamin, you asshole. Dave McMenamin, how can you say things are not cool, things are out of alignment? You got two people on two separate pages when LeBron and AD were clearly having discussions with Russ outside of Rob to the point where The niggas did two trades on the same day, trained involving the same players because they weren't on the same page. Now, now, who's doing stuff behind other people's back? Hmm? Who's doing stuff behind other people's back? You got Rob out here. He's operating, trying to look in the best interest of the Lakers and LeBron. They announced the Buddy Hield trade, saying that Kuzma was at Kuzma and Trez and whatever it was. And then at the last second, they changed their mind, said we're gonna roll with Russ, and we know damn well exactly who that came from. And we got Russ. That takes up all our money, and now we left to fill the roster with veteran players like who likes, and this is what we left with. So situation is we got Russ, couldn't move him, couldn't do this, couldn't do that. So it is what it is. I'm glad Rob Rob was catering to the motherfuckers too much. I'm glad he took control. He took reins of the control and controlled the franchise back. And it is what it is. LeBron wanted Russ. AD wanted Russ. LeBron wanted all these old ass players. So they just gonna have to deal with it. They just gonna have to make the best of it. You know, I've supported LeBron since he's been here since day one. I've defended LeBron against other Laker fans. I've defended LeBron against other Laker fans on this channel. But now, bro, you made your decision to go in that direction. The Lakers went along with you. It didn't work out. So now they say, hey, we got to do it our way. And to all these dumbass people talking about, oh, she doesn't know what she's doing. Who 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 is who is her? These people on this picture, who is the butt? I mean, the God damn it, the Rambis. Who is Linda Rambis? Who's Kurt Rambis? Kurt Rambis was washed. He's a bad player, bad coach, bad executive. Linda Rambis, whatever. Y'all wasn't saying that shit in 2020 because it was the same damn people running the Lakers in 2020 when we won the championship. Same people. Same people. Where were you guys at then? Questioning her ability and her ability to run the championship and about she didn't know anything about basketball. She knew enough to fire her dumbass brother, to bring in Magic and Rob, and they knew they had to figure out the clear cap space to get LeBron. They knew that much, didn't they? So what the hell you talking about? She doesn't have the resume. She doesn't know how to run a damn team, and she don't know what she's doing or whatever. You wasn't singing that song in 2020. So like, what do young folks like to say now? What do y'all like to say? Keep the same energy. Whatever energy you had for the Lakers and the front office then, you were supporting them then, you should support them now. And now I got all these geniuses running around talking about Linda Rambis and Kurt Rambis. What the hell is Jeannie? They was been here the whole time. Linda Rambis and Kurt Rambis was helping her run the Lakers when they built that new training center, the new state-of-art training center. That's the best in the NBA. Hmm? Linda Rambis and Kurt Rambis was helping her run the organization when they signed that multi-billion-dollar deal with the Lakers TV network. So all you geniuses can watch the Lakers every game all across the country, all across the world. She was running the team then. Hmm? So she must know a little about something about running business and running the Lakers. And plus, she said that she learned from her father, the late great Jerry Buss, that yes, you do have to consult your star players. Yes, you do have to get their input on things, but you don't let them run the whole damn thing. Case in point, Shaq. Like I said, I ain't disrespecting nobody, but Shaq had much more history, much more success with the Lakers than LeBron James. And then when Shaq got to talking a lot of shit, when Shaq got out of pocket, they traded his ass. Okay? They traded his ass. Y'all forgot about that? They traded his ass. So no player that comes to the Lakers should ever think. I had a friend, man, when LeBron came to the Lakers, and he said, LeBron is bigger than the Lakers. LeBron is bigger than the Lakers. Well, look here. He may be bigger than the Lakers to everybody else, but not to the Lakers. They're gonna look at him just like anybody else. Right now, he is their cash cow, and he is not, and he does not. He's their cash cow, and the Lakers are gonna roll with him till he decides to retire. But if LeBron decides that he wants to leave the Lakers, if he ever asks the Lakers to trade up, they will trade his ass in a minute, in a heartbeat, and not give a second thought to it. And Anthony Davis wants to follow suit, if he wants to leave too, they will trade his monkey ass too. Okay, I don't appreciate it, and I don't like people talking down on the team and the franchise that support, because they're talking out of ignorance and they just don't know the history, and they just don't know business. I run my own personal business, and yes, I got a small business, and yes, I do have employees, and yes, I do take input from the employees. But who gets the final word? Me. Sometimes, look, the employees, they're the foot soldiers. They are on the grind every day for me. So yeah, I'm going to what they say to a certain extent. But and then a lot of times I do go with what they say, because they foot soldiers on the ground. Sometimes I do go with them. But certain situations, I'm the boss. I'm the owner. Rob, hey, Rob need to be fired for what? Samurai Beast word. Why Rob need to be fired? For not listening to LeBron? LeBron is not his daddy. LeBron is not the person who paid him. Jeannie pays him. Jeannie paid LeBron. Look here, man. When things go awry, yeah, I know what Shaq wanted, bro. But here's the point is, the players don't run the joint. That's just my point. The players don't run it. If you run any kind of small business like I have, owners run the joint. Yes, you value your employees. Yes, you get your employees' input. But at the end of the day, who makes the final decision? Hey, I said I was grateful to LeBron. I said I was happy that he came here. We were shitty before he came, bro. So don't go there. But all I'm saying is, just because he's here, you don't do anything and everything that he wants, because it's the Lakers' business, not his. Do did LeBron take input from the Lakers about his personal businesses that he has? Does he take input from the Lakers about how to run his film company, his production company, his Nike business? Does he take input for the Lakers on those deals? Hell no. Does he take input from the Lakers on his damn Lobos tequila shit? Hell no, he don't. So, like I said, the bottom line is this. The bottom line is this. LeBron, while he's here, they got a partnership with the Lakers, Klutch Sports. They work together. Klutch Sports has hooked the Lakers up here and there, with getting players to take buyouts to come to the Lakers and help LeBron James. You working together with Clutch Sports, Rich Paul, LeBron James, but you don't do everything that the man says. That's the bottom line. LeBron James don't run the Lakers. He don't own the Lakers, and that's it. Right now, the Buss family owns the Lakers, and Jeannie is running them. So you either roll with it or you roll out. But the thing that really pissed me off is that LeBron and them and Clutch Sports going to run the Dave McMenamin. And by the way, I know this came from Dave McMenamin. Of course, the story came from Dave McMenamin. And I know it came directly from LeBron James and his camp, because Dave McMenamin been following LeBron James for years. He used to be a reporter here in LA. And then when LeBron went back to Cleveland, ESPN sent him to follow LeBron in Cleveland. And when LeBron came to the Lakers, huh, here's Dave McMenamin back in LA. And then he brought the chick Allie with him, who does the Laker pre-games. Fine, no problem. But what I'm saying is, Dave McMenamin, that's a bullshit story, man, because it's biased on LeBron's behalf, and you trying to make the Lakers look bad and like they don't know what they're doing. When in reality, the decision to stand pat because the teams was trying to rape us was a sound business decision. They costing LeBron chips. Well, LeBron wants to cost the Lakers their future. LeBron wants them to trade a damn draft pick that ain't for, that's what, 5 years from now. He ain't even going to be playing 5 years from now. Why should the Lakers sacrifice their future for him? Well, that nigga could go play tomorrow and get hurt again. Then what? Then what? So, and I, like I said, I like LeBron. Personally, I like LeBron. I appreciate him being here. I, I appreciate I appreciate him being here, and I'm happy that he came here. And then when he's gone, we'll get somebody else. But never think that you're bigger than the Lakers. Never think that. Never think that you're above the Lakers, and never think that the Lakers are supposed to act at your beck and call and just make any move that you want. Come on now, bro. This ain't the Cleveland Cavaliers. This ain't the Cleveland Cavaliers. Hey, 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 Grant. Maybe up to this point, maybe up to this point, they was kind of capitulating to his every move. But I'm glad Friday or whatever day was Thursday, they finally said enough. Listening to you got us fucked up. Listening to you got us dumbass Russ. Now we stuck with his ass for another year. You know, you guys that come in here, and I'm talking about you, brother, but I'm talking about people coming here and people all over the internet want to, uh, you know, want to always take up for LeBron, don't want to give him no blame, and then want to blame everything bad that happens on the Lakers. That I don't think that's cool. Whatever, bro. Whatever, bro. I already said on this channel, if I ever get a chance to meet LeBron, I will thank him and let him know I appreciate him coming to the Lakers. I already said that many times, bro. But other than that, I think it's a punk ass move for putting this story out, trying to make the Lakers look bad, bro. That's not right. Because guess what? Up until this point, the Lakers have done a lot of stuff that he's asked. A lot. They paid him the max. They gave him a max extension, even though his ass was hurt 2 out of the 3 previous years he was here. Right? The Lakers could have said, "Nah, man, we cool. We ain't gonna, we're cool. You've been hurt 2 out of 3 years. You've been here. You up for the extension. We'll maybe give you just 1 year instead of 2." No, the Lakers gave him a full 2 year max extension. They didn't care. They didn't trip about how many games that he missed. So the Lakers, as far as I'm concerned, the Lakers did their part on their end. He asked for Westbrook. They brought him. LeBron knew, and the Lakers knew that if they made that move, they was going to be extremely limited and extremely hand tied as far as making moves and bringing in other people and or whatever. They knew that, but LeBron wanted to gamble on his 37-year-old self, and look what happened. So now, all parties, all parties involved all parties involved have to look out for their best interests, and that's LeBron and the Lakers. I know he did. Uh, the Nets took a chance, but it worked out. I don't have no look. I don't have no problem with players getting their money, man. You missing the point, bro. The point is the Lakers didn't try to nickel and dime them. The Lakers didn't try to fuck with him and say, "Man, you've been hurt, nigga. Now we want to spend some of this money and bring in another player to help you or whatever." No, no. They gave him the max money, what he was owed because of the amount of years he was. They gave him his money, no questions asked. I'm perfectly aware what the Nets got. All right, we all knew that wasn't going to work. We knew that wasn't going to work with the Nets, bro. Look, the Lakers did their part. They paid LeBron. You ain't never heard about no kind of contract disputes with LeBron or Anthony Davis. Have you heard anything about the Lakers playing hardball or being cheap with LeBron or Anthony Davis? Yeah. What you look? I know. I know. Anybody can do whatever they want to do. Don't say they couldn't nickel and dime. I'm just saying it didn't happen. The Lakers was about business, straightforward. They gave him his money, no questions asked. But so that's they did their part. But all I'm saying is some players get it twisted, think they're bigger than the organization, and they can dictate everything. You don't let somebody. I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is. You bring somebody in to your business, in this case, your team. You do not let them dictate everything. You give them a little leeway, you give them a little power for some things, but you don't let them dictate and run everything. Man, look, all the players go to get LeBron. AD. The Lakers did what they're supposed to do. They made their full My bad, guys. My phone overheated, so it shut down. But anyway, look, we could go back and forth about this all day, all night. It is what it is. The trade deadline is over. We'll look to the back buyout market to make some changes. But you know, like I said, I'm cool with LeBron. I'm appreciative of him and him coming to the Lakers. and bringing AD and all that kind of stuff, man. But the little mind game, Jedi mind tricks, and the little back and forth crap in the media, I'm not cool with. I'm not cool with, man. I'm not cool with. But hey, everybody moves in the way that they want to move. They like to use the media. They like to take shots at people in the media. That's cool. That's whatever. But the bottom line is, to this situation here is the Lakers and LeBron James and Anthony Davis have all made their beds with the decisions they made in the past, and now they have to live with them. So this little bullshit back and forth in the media is pointless. In my opinion, is pointless. Anyway, it's your boy AC LA Sports Live. I will rap with y'all later.